Hello and welcome to another video. So today I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm doing a reading vlog, but instead of doing it for only one book, I'm doing for a whole trilogy. They're not in order. For a whole trilogy. And that is the, what is this trilogy even called? The Grisha Trilogy? The Shadow and Bone Trilogy? I don't know. But I'm reading this books, so without further ado, let's get into the video. Spoiler warning, it's filled with spoilers, so that's your spoiler warning. So I'm already on page 100, I think, and I've got so many questions already. I haven't read enough to really complain about anything, but my one complaint so far is that our main character, Alina, she's giving me the vibe that she's not like other girls, because when she was in the military camp, she was saying all these things about how she tried to make friends with the girls before, but when she found out they were all after Mal, she was like, oh, and then she doesn't have any female friends because of that, and whenever one of the girls in the military shows interest in Mal, she acts like she's somehow above them, even though she also has a very, very clear crush on Mal, so I don't really like that about her. I hope that since Mal isn't here anymore, we can move past that.
Because I'm not really digging I'm not like other girls, and I deserve this guy just because I'm not fawning over him publicly. So hopefully that stops soon.
Also, please give female protagonist girlfriends. Just do it. Don't have her surrounded by only guys, because that's not it. That's not what I want to read. I want to read about a girl gang in a high fantasy book. And I haven't gotten that. I don't think I've ever gotten that. And I want it. What the heck is a darkling? Is it his position in the military? Or is it his power? And, the power to create, darkness? But I don't know. An amplifier also has a different power, but do all amplifiers have to be darklings? Why isn't anyone giving me answers? The darkling being 120 is giving me Edward Cullen vibes, and I do not appreciate that. So yesterday I read about the Darklings and Alina's first kiss and their second kiss at the ball, I guess you could call it. It was quite, how could I say this? It was quite an intense second kiss, but now apparently the Darkling is evil, which, with a name like that, we could all have guessed. But apparently, what's her name? Bakra is his mom, which is so weird. How old are these freaking people? Because she said that he's lived and served so many kings, and so he has to be older than 120 if he was the one that created the fold. It makes it even more creepy that he's using Alina like that. I don't like it at all, and I don't ship them anymore. Her scene with Mal was very sad, and I was very annoyed at Mal. Bakhara, I don't know how you would pronounce it, but what she said changes everything. But I'm still here thinking, this is literally the Darkling's mom. What is his name? Because he has to have a name. She didn't give birth to him and was like, you will be called the Darkling. No, I will not accept that, and I'm just looking forward to the day where they tell us his actual name. That's all I want from this book. I don't want a resolution for the love triangle. I don't want to know what happens to the fold. I want to know the Darkling's actual name. Okay, so this is my theory of what's going to happen. Well, it's not so much a theory as something I want to happen, but what if instead of finding the stag and killing it to get the antlers, what if Alina found the stag and was like, well, I'm gonna ride you now, and she was just like a graceful queen riding this deer into victory. Like that guy, that elf guy from The Hobbit, which with his gigantic deer, That is what I want for her. That is what I want for Alina. Okay, so I'm on page 300. I just reached 300. And, Mal and Alina just kissed, and I don't really know how I feel about that ship, because obviously now I like it more than Alina and the Darkling, but I don't like that Mal didn't notice that he liked her until she was gone. I don't know why. I don't know. I just wished he'd known before she was gone, because there's something about that really irks me. And obviously, as soon as she was like, oh, I can't kill the stag, I knew the Darkling was gonna come out of shadows, and that they were gonna kill the stag before they could even like find another way. So that's very sad, because I really could picture Alina like riding the stag into battle against the Darkling. So that's disappointing. Okay, so that were basically all of my thoughts on Shadow and Bone. I think I'm going to start reading the next one tonight, but basically I've been thinking about it, and I don't know what grade to give this book. I don't know how much I liked it, because yes, it was a very quick read. I was going to say easy, but there was a lot of terminology and a lot of world building, so that was a bit harder to get through. But I don't know how much I enjoyed it, honestly, because yes, it was easy to read, very fast, but I feel like I could just not read the next two and I would be at peace with myself, you know? I don't need to read them, and I don't need to know what happens to these characters, because there's no like attachment for me. I'm hoping I get more attached to the characters as I read more of the books, because I don't want to read a whole trilogy and not feel attached to any of the characters. But I feel like I've heard people talk about it, and they say they're very attached to some characters that may pop up in the next few books, so I'm hoping that's the case. But for now, I would say maybe a 7.5 out of 10, just because I enjoyed it and I read it so fast. But I don't know, there's just that spark missing, you know? So I'm hoping to like the next one better. What's the next one called? Wait, let me see. Seige and Storm. So that is exciting. I think I will be picking that up later today after I finish decorating my house and making it all Christmassy.
Hello there.
So I started reading Seige and Storm the other day, and I think I'm on page 30, and already I have so many things to say. First of all, Mal and Alina don't last even a week without being found by the Darkling, which I thought was a bit plot convenience, because they don't explain how they even found them. I mean, they do explain it, it's the hairpins, but I didn't really buy it. But anyhow, they've already been captured by the Darkling in the first 2 chapters, so that was a bit disappointing, obviously. But it seems that we're going to be introduced to some new characters soon, and I'm really looking forward to that, because the old ones are kinda stale at this point. I really want someone new to mix things up. Also, I think, what's her name, Genya, Alina's friend, I think she's supposed to be a cancer. Weren't they called cancers in the Six of Crows series? You know, you could be a healer or you could be a cancer. If you know, please let me know down in the comments, because I'm pretty sure that's what she was. But I didn't know it was something new that didn't exist before these series, so that's kind of interesting. I'm trying to remember what moments we get in the Six of Crows duology that reference this series, but it's very hard because I don't really remember. So I'm on chapter 7 right now, and here are my thoughts so far. Basically, I think that they found the sea serpent, or whatever it was called, too fast. It's literally on the freaking cover, and then they're already going to start looking for the firebird, or I'm guessing it's a phoenix or something like that. So it feels like it took the whole first book to find the stag, but now it took like 30 pages to find and capture the sea serpent, which even though Mal is like a great tracker, I don't for the life of me believe that he could find the sea serpent without I mean, it's in the water. It must be so much harder to track, and he does it in a week, and it took him months to find a stag with a team of people. So I don't believe that. I feel like that was rushed, but I'm guessing there's going to be a lot going on in this book later on because they already found and killed it. Also, my second thought is that Alina's power is already going to her head. Like, we knew this was going to happen. She's starting to sound a bit creepy in her thoughts, but I don't know. I'm still Team Alina, not Team Mal, about how we see her powers. So I don't know about that. Also, I don't know if you know this, but English is not my first language. So when you say something, you say it's doubled or tripled because it's 3 times. But here it says doubled, trebled. Like, I don't know. Like trebled, trebled, instead of tripled. Like, I have never heard of that before. I've never heard anyone say that. I've never read it in any single book. Maybe they're trying to make it like old-timey, but I don't know. If you knew this word existed, please let me know down below. Let me know I'm not just an idiot who didn't know trebled. I don't even know how I would pronounce it. Also, I'm thinking I'm going to like this Stormhond. He seems sarcastic, sassy, overconfident, and those are just traits that I love in my favorite characters, so fingers crossed that I'll actually get a favorite character from this one. If not him, I like the Suli girl, the Heartrender, one of the twins. I don't remember her name, but I remember that I misread it for like the first couple of chapters, and then when I saw it again, I was like, huh, that's not how I was reading your name. I literally just finished baking a cake for my brother's birthday that took me about 3 hours to make and then like an hour to clean everything up. But right now I have a gigantic bowl of popcorn, which I have really earned today, and my book, so I guess I'm just gonna read and hope it gets better.
I just read the scene where they travel into the fold to get to the other side of it, and they kill a whole nest of Volcra, and I don't know why, but it made me feel so sad. I know they're monsters, I know they kill people, but we, at least the readers, we know their backstory. We know they were the people who lived there when the Darkling created the fold, so it's very sad, and they were protecting the nest, and I don't know, they're monsters, but you know, they were still babies. It just makes me feel like really bad reading that. Also, they keep killing animals for sport, and I'm not happy about it. They killed the stag, which was really sad. They just killed the poor sea monster, and now they're going to kill the firebird. Hopefully not, but I'm just like, please stop killing animals just so Alina can wear them as like necklaces or bracelets, because I am so done with this. Stop killing poor animals.
Oh my god, you guys, Stormhond's real name is Nikolai, and he's like the king's son? I really should have seen this coming. I am disappointed in myself. Like, I knew the second prince was going to show up eventually because they kept talking about him in the first book, but I just completely forgot about it, honestly. Okay guys, I gotta say Mal is being kind of annoying with this whole Nikolai and Alina thing. I totally get he would get a little bit jealous, but man, stop being such a baby about it. You're either all in or you're out. I mean, you can't just be with her and follow her around, but be mopey all the time and be like, oh, I wish I was back to my normal life. No, it's one or the other. You can't have both. Also, I really like Nikolai for now, but him kissing Alina without her consent is kind of sketch. So I'm currently on page 343, so I have about like less than 90 pages left. So I think I might just finish this tonight. I don't know, this book is being kind of boring. I was thinking about this before, and when they turn this into a show, half of this book could be described as like a montage. A whole montage that in the book takes like 10 pages could just be like 2 minutes. So I'm so looking forward to the show because I feel like it will fit that format so much better, and I'm really hoping it's more entertaining than the book. So it's before 11 and I just finished the book.
What was this even called? Seige and Storm. I just finished Seige and Storm.
And the ending was good. I mean, it was better than the rest of the book, so there's that. The thing, like, it dawned on me why I wasn't liking and connecting to the characters that much is because literally there's only like 4 characters that are developed in the book, and they're Alina, Mal, the Darkling, and kind of now Nikolai, but very superficially. And then literally everyone else, every secondary character that I'm guessing we're supposed to care about, they feel very one-dimensional. I want to care about Tamar, and Genya, and David, and Talia, is that his name? I don't know, I want to care about them. But I literally feel no connection to them. So I think I'm going to give this book a 6 out of 10. Because it wasn't the worst, but it wasn't the best. So now I'm going to pick up
What's the last one called?
Ruin and Rising, and I'm guessing we're going to find the Firebird. Mal, I don't know what that accent was. Mal and Alina are gonna have it like rough at the beginning, but I don't think like anything's going to happen with Nikolai because they try to force that like love square, but I know Alina is like a one-track mind kind of person. She's only going for Mal. Which is why at the end I knew she was totally faking the thing with the Darkling, because after everything that he put her through, you can't expect me to believe that she would go back to him. Okay, so it is currently 7 p.m. My friends just canceled the Zoom call on me, which means I have all afternoon and all night to read this book. I've actually been putting off this book for like a week and a half or maybe 2 weeks by this point, and today was the first time I actually picked it up, and I've read around 30 or so pages.
So my plan is to maybe pull like a little bit of a no-liner, and like my goal is to reach at least 250. I think the book has wait. I hate it when they include the beginning of the next book. That way I can never tell how many actual pages this has. Okay, 418 pages more or less. So that will be more than half. So wish me luck.
Right now, I think Nadia and Tamar are my favorite ship, just because I am not feeling it right now with Mal and Alina. They haven't like actually talked in months, so I'm like kind of tentative to see how their first actual real conversation is going to be. I think we're getting to it soon. I'm on page 63, so we'll see. Nikolai just had the best entrance ever. I really missed him. He's been missing for, 120 pages. Literally the best, and might I add, one of the only good parts from the second book was Nikolai, and I can't believe that he's been missing for a third of this book. But at least he had a great entrance. The Darkling finally revealed his name. It's Alexander. I can't believe I've been waiting for 2.5 books to find that out. This book series, man, it gets dark.
So let me get this straight. Leigh Bardugo writes a whole book without Nikolai. Then she gives us Nikolai for the second book. Then she takes him away again for the whole first third of the third book. And then halfway through, she basically kills him. Obviously, he's not dead. I have a feeling he's coming right back. But he's like a weird vampire shadow monster hybrid. So, Leigh Bardugo, why must you kill everything I love? Why?
Update. So it is currently 11 p.m. I am on chapter 12, so page 250 of what I think is a 410 page book. So more than halfway there. My face is currently being petrified by this mask, so in a couple of minutes I won't be able to move it. So I think I might be able to finish this book today. I don't know, depending on how motivated I am. So, in a completely shocking turn of events, Mal is the third amplifier. What the heck? He is Morosova's daughter's descendant. And for like a couple of seconds, I was super confused and I was like, so now Alina is the Darkling's like cousin as well as Mal's whatever. But no, I was wrong. So Mal is related to the Darkling, but not to Alina, thank God. Because if she was related to both of the men she'd been in love with, that would be problematic. I did not expect Mal to be the third amplifier. I'm glad they're not killing another animal for no freaking reason, but this complicates things. It definitely does. So it is almost 1 in the morning and I only have like around 40 pages left and I was going to like keep at it, but then I remembered I have these cookies that have to rest for 12 hours after I actually like make the batter. So I have to make them for tomorrow because they're Christmas cookies. So I have to wake up around like 8, so they're done by 8 or 9 when we have dinner, because I'm finishing it tomorrow. Finishing thoughts. I'll just take off my braids and tell you my thoughts so far. Honestly, I'm liking Mal so much more in this book. I don't know what's up with this book or this reading experience. Maybe it's because I'm reading it all in like one day. Well, mostly in one day. I'll finish it tomorrow. But I don't know, I'm liking him so much more. He's not being a whiny baby, he's actually being like really useful. And I'm liking him and Alina so much more. I don't know why. I feel like their relationship is finally mature enough for me to like it.
Wow, this beautiful. I'm going to sleep now. See you tomorrow.
So it is currently 11 and I just finished the book. Okay, so what were my final thoughts? Basically, I was really surprised that it actually came down to Mal dying at the end. I wasn't expecting that. I expected Lee Bardugo to find like a loophole around it, but she didn't, and they killed him. Obviously, they brought him back, which was kind of disappointing. I didn't want him to die, but I also wanted there to be consequences, and only like 2 people with names died, so I liked the ending. It was exciting. The thing with Nikolai though felt like it had no weight to it, like it just happened and then it was over. So I wish we could have explored that more, but when they called him King of Scars, I was like, wait, isn't that the title of her next book that she just published, I think? And it is. So I think I really like him as a character, so I'm probably going to read those books. I guess as a final thought, I don't really enjoy the before and after that's in every single one of these books that are just told in the third-person perspective. I enjoyed the stories they tell, but I wish they were told in first person because it's really weird having them called the girl and the boy. But anyway, I thought it was cute the way it ended. I didn't know until it happened, but I was kind of wishing she ended up with Nikolai, only because I like him better than Mal, even though Mal has grown on me. Overall, I don't know if it's because of the reading experience. I basically read this book in 24 hours, but I think I really enjoyed this one so much more than the second one. The second one was the reason I've been postponing reading this book for almost 2 weeks, so... But I think I could give this book a 7.5 or a 7.75, almost an 8 out of 10, so that's pretty good. So that's it. That's my reading vlog for the Grishaverse and the Shadow of Born series. I hope you guys liked it. Please leave a like if you do. Comment down below what are your opinions on the Grishaverse, and if you're looking forward to the adaptation coming to Netflix April 2021. And please hit subscribe, click that bell button so you get notifications every time I post a new video. I post videos every Mondays and Fridays, and I guess I'll see you guys next time. Bye!